Well, it's Monday, and I don't know about you guys, but it is a day. The day after daylight savings is really kicking my butt. It's my kids are off, I'm off, so I'm a little bit behind here, but here I am, and I want to talk about all things hair growth, hair regrowth, hair growth, supporting overall hair. There have been some really great posts that have been shared in Essential Ed, which is our next level up, next tier up of a Facebook group that if you're not in, that's a great place to go to find information and resources and stuff. Use that search bar. It's really robust because that group has been around for years and years and years. Since basically within the first, I think maybe within the first year of me joining 8 years ago, Courtney started that group. So really encourage you to check out that resource if you don't frequently. But Courtney's been over there, Courtney Vogel's been over there sharing a lot of really great resources. And a few of those things were on hair regrowth, maybe within the last few months. I've had a few friends mention hair regrowth as a thing that they needed help with recently. I've even, I saw another thing that spurred me to want to do this class was I saw this really amazing testimony that I really wanted to share with you all so that you would know just some tips and tricks and how some really specific ways. But I'm going to sum it up for you in 3 products and then a few oils. A lot of what we will talk about here, sulfurzyme. This is I take it in the powder form. It also comes in pills. The powder has a prebiotic with it. It's got the wolfberry fruit powder, and that wolfberry fruit powder serves as a prebiotic. So it's the stuff that the probiotic eats, the stuff in your gut that it eats. So I buy this because the pill form doesn't have that prebiotic. So just know that. I add this to my Ninja drink every day. So that's going to bring in our second thing, Ninja Red. This is going to be your best friend for hair regrowth. Ninja Red, sulfurzyme. And then one product that maybe you haven't heard about is Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood Hydrosol. This is decently, it hasn't been around for too long that I can remember, maybe within the last few years. So to me, it's like a slightly new product. But I just want to, what is hydrosol? It comes from the Kona Sandalwood Reforestation Project in Hawaii. It's produced during the distillation of the Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood essential oil and has many of the same constituents, but in a lower concentration. Like Young Living's Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood essential oil, this hydrosol is distilled only from the dead or dying sandalwood trees in order to preserve ecological balance and to maintain respect for the sacred land. So during the distillation process, the essential oil is separated from the hydrosol, which is also known as the distillation water or the floral water. So Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood Hydrosol offers gentle hydration for skin in a convenient spray bottle. So people I've heard a lot of different uses for this. Some people just use this as a skin glow. This is a great product to just spray in your hair in general. If like maybe before you, to kind of help protect your oil before you help protect your hair before you do blow drying it or like straightening it or using any heat on it. I even heard this really cool tip. Of take this bottle and put half a teaspoon of sugar in this and shake it up. And that sugar offers a starch to kind of give that beach effect, that little crunch that if you have wet hair that can be wavy when left to drip dry, that by adding half a teaspoon of sugar, you're helping to support and condition the hair, but also give that crunch for that mermaid hair. So that just in and of itself is something that hydrosol can do. But let me share this testimony first. I want you all to see this, and it's going to be a little bit awkward because it's going to be a stranger who I don't know. Obviously, that's what a stranger is. It's going to be somebody I don't know who is in a Young Living group that I'm in, and she shared this, and it's going to be this one right here. And she's talking about hair loss, and one of her girls had a significant scalp injury. and had a very large, thick scab. And then they began to treat that with rose ointment, lavender, frankincense, all of those things in the hope of saving her hair and aiding in the healing. Once the scab was gone, she had a bald spot in her hair that was bigger than a nickel, right at her part too. So she was pretty devastated by that. I mean, I think any one of us would say that that would be the same way we would feel. She said they weren't able to save the hair, but the groundwork that they laid was helpful. And then several professionals were told that no evidence that the hair follicle would recover. The spot was as smooth as a baby's bottom, and it truly looked dismal. We were told to give it 6 months to a year, but they offered no hope. And their next step would have been to be looking into hair transplants surgery, weighing in at about $2,000. So what they did, the very day they noticed the bald spot, they began using the tools they had. Sulfurzyme, which is this product that I just talked about, comes in capsule form and the powder. And then they made a mermaid spray, and she used it every morning and evening. And this is where the Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood Hydrosol comes back into play. She took this and added 30 drops each of lavender, cedarwood, rosemary, and peppermint. Now, lavender, cedarwood, rosemary are all great for hair regrowth. So those are oils that, again, when we're talking, those are the same oils we used when we talked about our DIY dry shampoo that I love. So lavender, 30 drops each of lavender, cedarwood, rosemary, and peppermint added to this. And then she massaged it into her scalp, especially that bald spot. So I want to show you in just 2 months, the progress that they have made. So she had pictures. So you can see this is 1/1/22. So this is January 1st. This is just a month later, and you're already seeing some of the regrowth of hair. You can see some of the baby hairs coming in, and they said, hey, it'd probably, if it does grow back in, maybe it would, maybe it wouldn't, but it would be maybe lighter or a different color. And here you can barely even see, here we are just 2 months later, and you can see all that, you see all the growth around her face framing, that's all new growth. And then not to mention, there's just no bald spot even discernible. So those were her oils. That's the Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood. And this is what the photo of her after the fact. So, I mean, I thought that in and of itself was a pretty amazing testimony. So there was a similar one that was shared a few years ago using those same oils in this thing. In this Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood for men, a guy who did use sulfurzyme and all the different other supplements and minerals and things like that, but used this on, he was balding, and he massaged his scalp with, like, a scalp massager, like something handheld that you can just get. I have one back in my shower. I should have brought it out, but you can find it. Just do a quick Google search and get a sense of it. They're not super expensive. And he just did that day and night, and he had incredible progress in hair growth. So there's a couple ideas for consideration. Again, if you're going to take the sulfurzyme, you might as well add this to Ninja Red, because there's also a lot of people who swear that just taking Ninja Red in and of itself, which is really great for hair and nails and skin and all kinds of stuff, that just taking this, they notice a big difference. Somebody was actually just sharing an Essential Ed about how they had done a 30-day challenge of doing 2 ounces a day of Ninja Red, and that in and of itself was really beneficial to the overall look and health and growth of their hair. So now that I've kind of tipped the iceberg a little, I want to also share a couple different, I want to share the slides that Courtney shared. And there's going to be a lot of information here. And so I don't want you to be overwhelmed by that. But I want you to think about which of these, you have on hand, which one of these things you might want to try. Maybe you haven't tried anything yet, or maybe you've tried one of these, and maybe this will give you an idea of somewhere else to go. The first hair growth regrowth protocol, and this is after being sick, right? So this is turning out to be one of the fallouts of some of the most recent stuff that's gone around. I've also heard people say they've had hair issues with a medication. They had they lost a bunch of hair after medication. So I've also recently been listening. Stress plays a big factor into how our hair, just like when we're stressed and sometimes it flames up in our skin, our hair is kind of an extension of that. It's made of some of the same things that our skin and the things that nourish our body are made out of. And so stress and gut health, big factors too. So here's some things that have helped. iron, folate, and B vitamins. The immune system is needing those things to help it. And so intuitively, when the nutrition where the body will give nutrition where it's most critically needed. And so some people have had great help in increasing their folate, iron, or B vitamins. I love the Super B. It's one of my favorite supplements. I can really tell in the afternoon when I've taken it with lunch or in the morning. It gives me a little burst of energy, and I love it. Master Formula would be a great source of those other things. You can add the sulfurzyme and Ninja Red that we just talked about. You could add BLM and Thyromin if you wanted, or you could apply Progestins Plus to wrists. Here's a tonic spray if you wanted to try something different. If maybe you wanted to just make your sandalwood hydrosol go a little bit further, you could do this by adding a teaspoon of sandalwood with all of these oils. Northern Lights Black Spruce being the unique one. Top it with witch hazel and spray that morning and night. So some people just want the easy solution. They just go with this, and then boom, you've got a bottle. And then you've got yourself a 3.7 ounce bottle that you can reuse and repurpose for however long you want. So these are some ideas for your hair regrowth for that. The second one, this is pregnancy, stress, menopause. The body needs hormones for your heart and bones, and will supply those first. So after pregnancy, during stress, this is what I'm talking about, that stress relief, and during menopause, your hormones drop. Hair follicles also can't work when plugged with chemicals. So here's what you can do. You can add Pro Plus. So Progestins Plus is a serum, Progestins Plus serum, and it's got a wild yam derived progesterone. So it helps kind of support and even out your body's hormones in that way. Again, here we are with the adding sulfurzyme and Ninja Red. I'm just going to keep coming back to that. If you're somebody who's experiencing a lot of stress, you could consider adding cortisol for your stress hormones. And you can look at some of our supplements that we've talked about. Cortisol is a really good one. I'd do some reading up on that. I can't dive into that right now, but that's something you would want to take for 30 days and then come off of for a couple months because it's not something you can take consistently. Consider Thyromin for thyroid balance. If that's what you're experiencing, you can strip your hair with lavender hand soap 1 to 2 times a week. You could also strip it with Thieves, of all things, Thieves, like the dish soap. You could use that as well. You could take your toxic products and switch them over and get some of Young Living's lavender mint conditioner, or they have the Copaiba one you could try too. And then you add 5 drops of cedarwood and rosemary to your shampoo. Maybe you have a shampoo you love. So add some of those hair regrowth things that we talked about to that. Allow it to sit on your scalp for 3 to 5 minutes and do its work there in your scalp. So hair regrowth serum, there you go. That's, again, here we are hitting on cedarwood, lavender, rosemary, peppermint. Those are your oils you want to focus on for hair regrowth. And then you can apply if you do the serum, you can apply that at night. So those are the couple things that were shared over in Essential Ed, and I wanted to make sure you all saw them. Other just off the cuff considerations and things to think about. Vitamin D is going to be really critical to this too. Somebody said that just increasing their vitamin D intake and making sure that they were caring for their body in that way and being consistent about it in and of itself was enough to make a significant help in their hair loss post sickness. And that makes a lot of sense because vitamin D3 is really important for overall gut health and immune support. So again, this is a way we got to think about our body holistically. Also, cortisol was recommended as one to consider if you're stressed, but another you could easily do is put together kind of like a chill out roller ball. I love Tranquil for this, like that's a good one, or the Calm CBD oil, Calm CBD roller that already exists. Stress Away is really good too, but maybe you want to try something new, or maybe you want to try something different for your diffuser, but the combination of vetiver, lavender, and cedarwood are really great oils for just calming and decreasing, stress and anxiety, especially around sleep time. Somebody even characterized those 3 oils together as kind of quieting the noise and removing the what ifs. You know, if your brain, if you're somebody who spins up in anxiety of kind of like, what if this happens? What if that happens? And there's a lot of unknowns going on right now. So this is one of the ways that you can help with that is use these powerful oils we have to get that under control, to help get that anxiety and stress under control. Specific to postpartum, this is something that we talked about a little bit in our Between the Sheets. So if you're a postpartum hair loss, which is normal, it's to be expected, but if it's also something that we can help support our bodies. One thing that I read was that healthy estradiol levels are important for hair regrowth. So, and obviously estrogen, of which estradiol is one form of that hormone. So those levels drop dramatically postpartum. So using lady sclerol and sclerescence together help support healthy estradiol levels. Pro Plus emphasizes progesterone. So if you're looking for estradiol or the estrogen, estradiol is one of the types of hormones of estrogen that you can use lady sclerol and sclerescence together to help that. And the last thing I want to share for those of I have thinner, kind of finer hair. I have a friend who really has had great success in doing a castor oil mask even on their hair. So you can put castor oil in the palm of your hand, add cedarwood, lavender, rosemary. There's those 3 oils again I told you about 4 drops of each, and put it at the roots and let it sit for a few hours. And then you can use shampoo and egg whites to rinse it. And those egg whites are going to provide protein and nourishment to the hair and the follicles as needed. And again, these are basic building blocks of a lot of the cells in our body, especially as you think about our skin and our hair and different things like that. You can use egg whites to help get that out, or even apple cider vinegar. You can use that to help, kind of get that stuff out, or just shampoo. So again, that's kind of there's a lot of information I just shared with you. I hope you picked up on some of the key things. This Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood Hydrosol, get you some of this. If you don't have some already, add it to your next subscribe to save order, and get those 3 oils. And you could even add peppermint as the 4th, but for regrowth, we really want to emphasize rosemary, cedarwood, and rosemary, cedarwood, and lavender. Rosemary, cedarwood, lavender, and add peppermint if you want. Get that sulfurzyme and start using it regularly, half a teaspoon to a teaspoon once a day, and get your Ninja Red in 2 ounces. A big part of this, a big part of our overall life is considering holistically overall wellness. So hopefully you've picked up some tips here, or something here that's helpful that you can use going forward. There's just a million other things and anecdotal things that people have used to help them. And you can Google a lot of those things, but these are some Young Living specific things you might already have available to you, and get those locks regrowing, get them healthy, get them to a point where you can be proud and see a difference and notice it. And maybe you even start as you start your regimen, whatever that is, you take a before, like the first day photo, just kind of like what we saw there, and maybe share a progress, maybe every month, take a picture of what it looks like. So, you can even see it. It's not, it's so that you can see if it's even working. Is this having the effect that I want it to have? Okay, so I hope that's been helpful. If you feel free to leave in the comments any of your tips or things that you've read, or any things that have been really helpful to you. And we'd love to answer any questions you might have if any of this conversation has popped any of that up. But thanks everyone for joining us, and we will talk with you next time.